25,000 miles. That's how many miles this car has done since it was released back in 2016. And today we are embarking on a 2,500 mile journey back home with my new C7 Z06. We're gonna depreciate it a little bit, but it's gonna be a fun trip. So sit back and enjoy this 3-day adventure with us because something is bound to happen. Let's go ahead and get a cold start on my completely bone stock C7. Honestly, does not sound bad for a stock exhaust. This is probably one of the loudest stock exhausts I've ever heard. 7 gears. It's so trippy to me, but that thing is gonna save us a lot of money in gas when we're cruising on the freeway. Just under $4 for 93. Don't mind if I do. Now, fun fact, this car has never seen the minimum octane. The previous owner said that he only put 94 octane. If he put 93 in it, he put octane booster. So this car hasn't seen under 93. Back home we have 92, but 92 octane is still pretty good. The 3 octane, 2 octane difference is not gonna be a big deal. But just look at this thing. Now it's still on the leaf spring setup, just like the C6, which means with a lowering bolt, we should be able to drop this car a little bit. And just under a half tank, filling up all the way, gets you at 10 gallons and 41 bucks. Right off. Up and to the right, now we're in 7th gear. This is probably another first for this car. I don't think the previous owner ever did this. Eating snacks and drinking Red Bull. When I looked at this car before I bought it, there wasn't a single crumb. You know, there might be a few crumbs after this trip. Another one. It sounds that good without an exhaust. That's probably the most fun tunnel I've ever hit on a road trip. Imagine if we were in the Huracan though, that would have sounded wild. Ready? All right, we got our first gas stop of the day. Gas here is $4.40 a gallon. I did the math. It looks like, I might be wrong, but it looks like we're doing around 250 miles to a tank, and we have 2,500 miles. I think a full tank costs around $68, give or take, which means we're gonna be spending probably around $680 to $700 in just gas, not even hotels. Then we're gonna do a quick 250 mile check the tires, check oil level, because I actually haven't checked that since I bought the car, and just basically check all of our bases just in case, because the last thing we want to do is be stranded in Pennsylvania. Oil looks good and it looks clean. Like, look at how clean that is. Also, I never noticed, this actually says Z06 on it. The C6s just has the Corvette logo. C7 actually says Z06 too. $63. Okay, maybe only $650 in gas we'll be spending this trip. Time for some lunch. The first time I bought my C6, The first place I went to for lunch was Taco Bell. Well, that was refreshing. And now I am ready to go and tackle another 6 hours. And fun fact, tomorrow we're gonna stop at Hamilton Collection because they are on the way. Ohio! I've never been here before. It looks exactly like Pennsylvania. Well, I don't like Ohio. It looks like you have to pay to come into this state. How are you doing?
It's gonna be $4.25, buddy.
Cool. There's not one of these going into the next state, is there?
There's these all the way to friggin' through Illinois, bud.
Oh, cool. One of my biggest pet peeves when guys call me bud. It's like, I'm not your son, I'm not your grandson, and you're not my best friend. Don't call me bud. This car is stupid quick. I'm really curious to see what it puts down on Hurricane's dyno stock, because you bet we're gonna definitely get some baseline numbers, because we're gonna make this car faster. Just said tornado warning in effect. Stay alert. Look at the wall of clouds we're about to go into. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. We don't see weather like this back home. This is nuts. There's only one way to get home, and that's through that. Holy. Keep in mind, it's only 5 o'clock. It gets dark at 9, 8 o'clock. Oh, here we go, right here. Ready? Ready? I can't see anything. I can't see anything. I can't see anything. I can't see anything.
Oh my god.
Holy.
The car on the side?
Oh my god. Holy. We're okay. We're okay. Holy. When is it supposed to die down?
It's supposed to start going on the next 10 minutes.
10 minutes of this shit? Holy crap. Looks like we're starting to get through it. Well, we can now see in front of us again. What the heck was that? I never want to live here. I'll never live here. That was the most terrifying rainstorm I've ever been in my entire life. We have another 200 miles until we get to where we need to be. Oh wow. They must have hit that rain. Because the storm's going behind us. Like we're going through the storm. He must have hit it and just went blind and something must have happened. That sucks. Oh, there we go. Officially put our first 1,000 miles on the car. Now we're at 26,000. By the end of this journey, we'll be at 27,000 and some change. All right, we made it. Time to get some food and go to bed and begin another road trip tomorrow. Out of the entire parking lot, the Buick had to park backwards next to me. Well, at least they gave us room to open this door. And we're going cold start. My cook system couldn't get here soon enough. All right, let's hear an 8,000 pound ride off. That's not stock, is it? Okay, I was gonna say. It's kind of sad when that sounds like that and mine is still stock. We got their Revuelto, their SV. One day we'll have an SV. I don't know what they're doing with work on it. And then 765, this color, I definitely think Remy should redo his 720 that's rebuilding and do it in orange. Currently his car is this kind of metallic dark gray, but he wants to change the color too, and I think orange, and his car also has the orange accents, will look crazy. And then this STO, I think they're gonna go with the Secret Weapon Fab exhaust, but I tried telling them, Valvetronic one, sounds crazy. And then before we leave, we're gonna get a start up on this because this out of all of them is definitely my favorite hybrid car. The interior on this thing is crazy. Yeah. All the mixed dry and like gloss carbon in here is wild too. Then you have a camera as your rear view camera because you don't have room for a mirror.
I'm gonna get a couple reps here.
Can I get a rep? The turbos are so loud. Well, that was pretty cool. Now we got another 906 miles of driving today. So the Corvette will almost be at 27,000 miles by the end of today. They also had a blue GT3 RS in there. That's another car that would be on the list in the future one day. A 991 3RS, especially in ultraviolet, would be pretty freaking cool though. But I'm tired of spending money on cars because I just bought this one, so let's enjoy what we have and be thankful. It's officially our first gas stop of the day. 78 bucks. That's the most expensive fill up we're probably gonna have on this trip. Man, we need to get out of Wisconsin. But first, Chick-fil-A. All right, car has a full tank and so do I. It's funny, we walked out to the car and this old couple, this lady was like, "You're too young to have a nice car like that." And I was like, "No, I actually have a few others too." She's like that? And I told her about the Lambo and the M4 and the Supra and the other Corvette. And she's like, "Daddy rich or what?" And I said, "Nah, me." Well, does she know I spent every last penny on this car. Time for 10 more hours of driving. we have developed a rattle. Super weird. No idea what that is. I really hope it goes away, or else this is going to be a really, really long 1,500 miles. Now, a fun fact about the C7 Z06, and this one specifically, is it's optioned with the mag ride adjustable ride, basically. So currently we're in touring on this really crappy road that just now got better, but if we go into sport and wait like maybe 3 seconds, you instantly start feeling a lot more of the grooves in the road. And then if you go to track, it is a very noticeable change in the feel of the road. Now, I've had my BMWs and they all have that adjustable ride, but I've never actually like felt a huge difference. However, with this car, it's like night and day difference, just like the Huracan is. So that's pretty cool. Now, if we put it in eco mode, it will shut off 4 of the cylinders because we're in 7th gear cruising on the highway, and that's not good for the engine. So we are just gonna put her back in touring because these roads are starting to make me sick. And we've been driving this car this whole time in track mode. Well, this is day 3, hopefully the last day. We have roughly 800 or so miles to drive, and it's supposed to be 12.5 hours. We are going to encounter a winter storm warning about halfway through. Hopefully we're okay because these are not winter tires. Now we're gonna go ahead and go to one of my childhood places where my mom used to take me all the time. It's called Mountain Mud. If it hasn't changed, we are about to experience some of the best vanilla chai tea ever. I know I sound like a white girl saying that, but my mom always got me vanilla chai from this place, and I still remember it, and I haven't gotten it since I was like 7 years old. All right, here we go.
Thank you. Here's one of those for you. Here's that other one.
I'm not gonna taste it yet. All right, time for a taste test. Childhood memories did not get ruined today. In Mexico. Also, we officially hit 27,000 miles. It's crazy. This car is the lowest mileage car of all the cars I have. As far as odometer reading, the C6 still has the lowest mileage motor. I think right now it's at 16,000, 17,000. But this car's fun. Well, welcome to Montana. This is where I grew up a good chunk of my life. Now, currently we're in eastern Montana, so this is all like flat land. I grew up here when my dad got custody of my brother and I, so that was from like ages 14 to 17. And then we moved over to western Montana that you'll see in approximately 5-ish hours. Probably the first time this car has ever seen snow in its life. and we're driving through it right now. This is crazy. Look at this. Obviously, it's not bad, but it's not good. Look at it. Oh my God. It's freaking stalling. Well, here we are, about to cross the Montana and Idaho border. Probably the first time this car has ever been this far west. Man, it's starting to sink in now, taking this car to a place where I've taken other cars before. This winter we took the Corvette, the M4, and the Huracan all up here. So this car is following suits. Oh yeah, and we took the Supra up there too. The only car that hasn't been up here is a Camry, so. Right now we got about another hour or so of driving. We still got to pick up our other car from the airport because we weren't 100% that we were going to actually buy this car. So I got to pay like several days in parking charges, but I say this car is worth it. Oh, the amount of stuff we're going to do to this car, it's going to be so crazy. Thing is dumb fast. Well, we are back. It's time to hear a real Corvette. It's so weird feeling the clutch and the shifter after driving that for 3 days. How crazy does that look?
It's insane. Look at him.
Definitely could have parked a little bit better, but that doesn't matter right now. What matters is we have 2 Corvettes in the same garage. Now it really hits that this is my car. Like, actually, what the heck? Look at the difference between the two. This is nuts. Well, I only have like a minute left on this SD card, so I think that's gonna be the end of today's video. We're back. Huracan should be here in just a couple days, and then we'll have 5, 6 crazy nice cars. We can't forget the Camry. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell. And thank you so much for supporting me and allowing me to do crazy stuff like this, and then show you guys through my camera. I'll see you guys next time. Drive safe.